Welcome to the Nerdiverse. Go ahead, sit and listen to the masters, the old heads, talk about what you love the most. Video games, comics, movies, and everything you need to maintain your week. Got the knowledge that's straight out the ether. Gonna need a drink and have to take a seat to expand your mind and listen to the speaker. Mike and the squad's gonna give you what you need. Please send in a question, come and get some answers, learn a couple lessons from the masters with the special guests. We got the green lanterns glowing on their chest. Yes, please sit back and relax, cause we gonna hit you with them stone cold facts. And allow me to be the very first to welcome you to the masters of the Nerdiverse. Welcome to Masters of the Nerdiverse, where we always have such sights to show you. You can always find this podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and as of tomorrow, as the time you hear this, Google Play. I was actually able to get us on Google Play. So if that's the way you listen to your podcast, yeah, so I'm really excited about that. So we were accepted by the masters of the giant hive mind of Google, and in their infinite knowledge, they have bestowed their sites onto our humble podcast. So
we get all the podcast hipsters now.
Yeah, man.
Cool for iTunes.
I'm so cool. All I do is I ingest all of my media via Google because it knows best for me. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're catering to you. So if you're Google hip and you use Google Hangouts and you drink Google soda and you eat Google pancakes, now you can listen to our Google podcast. Man, I am, of course, your host, Mike G. And with me, as always, is my Super Nintendo Chalmers co-host,
Winter Sturdivant. Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. Kiss my grits.
Oh, kiss my grits. As my uncle used to say, there may be kittens in the oven, but that don't make them biscuits.
Wow. Your uncle sounds like a colorful gentleman, Dad.
That's just a Frasier reference for all our Frasier listeners.
See, I watched a little bit of Frasier, but I wasn't like a Frasier head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know tossed salads and scrambled eggs, and you never saw, who was it? You never saw was it his ex-wife? Or you saw her all the time? You
didn't see, his brother's wife.
Yeah, that was cool. I like those characters. Like, in Home Improvement, where you never see Wilson's face, except for like the last episode.
Yeah.
It was weird. Like, you guys should have just kept it a mystery. The best TV mystery of all time is Nana from Muppet Babies. All you ever saw was her ankles, bro. You don't know what Nana looked like. It's a tie between Nana and Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. You don't know what they look like, man. They don't do that anymore, man. Like, do it. Like, you know how much better X-Files would be if you just never saw the Smoking Man?
That's true. That'd be so much better.
It'd be so much cooler.
They changed actors, right? Halfway
through. It was still that super old dude. He was even in the recent remakes.
Right, but I thought they changed.
They might have.
Yeah. And then they talked about he had facial reconstruction surgery.
It was super stupid, kind of like what they did in The Matrix, where the Oracle passed away, the actress, so they just put in another person. It was like, yeah, something weird happened in The Matrix.
Yeah, it's a computer virus.
Yeah, it was such a lazy response. It's like, yeah, something weird happened. We're not going to tell you, but yeah, I look different now. Deal with it.
It's the Wachowski.
It's the Wachowski way. Yeah. Man, that sounds like a virus or some kind of bacteria. Oh no, we've released the Wachowski contingency.
Yes.
I hope you had your shots this season. Yikes, man. Ugh.
It will make you question everything you were born with. Everything.
Yeah. It's a Mandela effect for your cells. All your cells start questioning themselves. You just turn into a bottle of mush. You turn into protoplasm and DNA strands. Yeah, man. Just like Texas water. No, I'm just kidding. Water in Texas is fine.
Now, Michigan.
Oh,
shout out to Flint, Michigan.
Don't go there, man. Those guys are edgy. Nah, man. They're hardcore because they're so tough. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man. You hear that Will and Jaden Smith are donating 9,000 bottles of water to Michigan in a month. I know, right? They're it's like that Simpsons episode where it's you can either have Mountain Dew or crab juice. He's like, ew, give me the crab juice.
Right.
The people of Flint are like, you can have our water or you can have the Will Smith jaded water.
That's like
give me tap water.
8. That's like a somewhat comparatively early Simpsons episode.
All I know is seasons from like season 1 to 10. That's it.
That's the episode that they still have the Twin Towers in.
Yeah,
right. They make a Twin Towers joke.
Yeah, that's the Simpsons go to New York, and Homer parks his car like dead center of the Twin Towers, and he has to go from each tower to tower.
Yep.
That's a crazy episode, dude. And that's the episode where he gets chased by a pimp and falls into a manhole. I love that episode so much.
I think they should have that played at Ground Zero. How about you?
Just on loop?
Yes.
Man.
Like, we will never forget. And then it's like Homer, like, I remember the 70s New York. It is just like...
It's super horrible. He hates New York.
Yeah.
It's like you're stepping into Death Wish. It's like the worst thing ever. Where 63% of the populace have knives. That was New York in like the 70s.
Right, and it's not that far off from what I've heard.
Nah, man, New York is getting gentrified. So
yeah.
Brooklyn and all, and the Bronx and stuff are getting all remodeled and stuff. And
so where's the next New York?
I think the next New York is going to be probably Galveston, Texas.
Galveston! Oh, Galveston!
I love Galveston. I had a really good milkshake in Galveston once. Yeah. For free. It was awesome. I was driving through because I was driving cross country, and I had a tasty shake. And it was what I needed at the moment. And the gal was like, she had a nice little twang in her voice, and she was like, "You look like you're the type of gentleman that needs a vanilla shake." And I was like, you know what? I'll take that vanilla shake. I was like, is it free 99? She was like, it's free 99. And she had sounded like Reba McEntire, but she was like blonde, and she was cool. And she gave like, you know what? This is on the house. I was like,
you gotta be careful. It could be a weird Texas law that if a woman gives you a free milkshake, you must marry her.
You have to marry. That's my wife now. She's been looking for me this whole time. Oh man, when I'm in like in my 40s, she'll come with 3 kids, and they're all mine for some reason, but we never did anything. She'd be like, Michael, Jessup, Jacob, and Joshua need their college tuition. I'm like, what? And next thing you know, MOTN goes to Galveston.
We need to change our theme song to Galveston by
Fleetwood Mac.
No.
By Toby Keith, Doug.
No.
Galveston
it's Glenn Campbell. How dare you?
Oh, no, man. I was going to say by Chris Gaines. I want Galveston by Chris Gaines, the alter ego of Garth Brooks. You know, You ever heard of Chris Gaines?
If it's past the 79, I do not know any country. So.
Oh no, man! I'm gonna put you up on game. The best country, my favorite country song of all time is "Friends in Low Places" by Garth Brooks. "Friends in Low Places" is godlike.
I'm not in a rock anywhere.
I'm just saying, like, it's my favorite. It's the only country song I will fight people on. Don't tell me anything about "Friends in Low Places."
What about Kenny Rogers?
The Gambler?
Oh, jeez. No, you want to go Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town.
You know what? You know what? Patsy Cline is godlike, too, so...
Now you're just sucking up to our country audience.
I'm just saying, like, Patsy Cline is legit, dude, you know?
You don't go from Kenny Rogers to Patsy Cline.
I didn't mention Kenny Rogers.
You go Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton...
Dolly's alright. Reba's alright.
Reba, then
Patsy Cline. Patsy Cline is godlike though, dude. It's non-defeatable. Crazy is like up there. Remember when Crazy was playing in that movie Phantoms with Ben Affleck? He was the bomb in Phantoms, yo. Yeah, they made it super creepy.
I don't want to know.
Dude, you got to listen to Walking After Midnight, Searching for You, A Weeping Willow.
What about Waylon Jennings? Do you like Waylon Jennings?
Nah, man, I don't mess with him. After the accident.
What accident?
He knows.
Is this like another sighting in Los Angeles?
No, man.
Him driving down your street with a Confederate flag?
No, man, that only happens like in West Hollywood, dude. That don't happen in Hawthorne, bro.
West Hollywood.
Yeah, man. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I kid. How was your week, man?
Yeah, that's a good cut because I do have a story.
Yeah.
So I'm almost done with seminary. This is
good, man.
Yeah, so I'm looking at different possibilities of employment, full-time ministry, stuff like that. So there's a site that I went to that they've had for about a year of full-time pastor being sought after in blah, 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 Los Angeles. I'm like, okay, I'll take a look. And it's in West Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And I'm red alert, or rainbow alert.
No, that's all right.
Is West Hollywood really as bad as people
man.
What do they call it? WoHo? Or
WeHo?
WeHo.
No, man. LA is highly exaggerated. All these spots are super cool, man. West Hollywood is what's up. I got peoples in West Hollywood. There's a lot of good food out there, good culture. It's just there's only certain spots in LA where it's like, yeah, don't go there because the myths are true. But West Hollywood's fine, man. It's totally cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Cynthia Street, West Hollywood. You live in LA, you know every street.
Yeah, man. I touched the ground.
Triangle.
I touched the ground, and I'm like a Google map. I could just close my eyes and see the street. Yeah.
You put your ear against the road.
Listen for hoofbeats.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's fine, dude. This is I'm going to tell you a secret. It just goes for everybody out there who's looking for a new place, looking for an apartment, looking for a house, looking for a place to work. Go there at night. Drive around at night. You'll see what kind of neighborhood it really is. That's a pro tip right there.
Pro tip.
Yeah, if you want to see how good a neighborhood is, head over there around like 10:30. If there's cats just floating around, just walking around looking real forlorn, there's a baby selling crack on the side of the corner, I wouldn't do business on that street, man. It's not built for you. You see the crack, you see that baby like, I'm out here selling weed. You're like, oh, I got to get out of here. You know, not built for you, man. That's a pro tip. But yeah, WeHo's fine. You're not going to see nothing crazy like that there.
Unless I find it.
Unless you see it, and then I can't argue that.
Or I go like, man, I can't get away from this stuff. I'm like, you see me just like walking over to it. It's like I don't know. There was a joke in there somewhere.
No, man. I was just gonna see you walking down the street with like your shirt ripped off and like we wearing a belt with no pants. Like, Winter, what happened, man? I went to West Hollywood.
Yeah, I thought it was a hipster bar.
Mike, you lied.
Yes. I didn't. I went to the bar at like a hipster joke.
Oh, man.
Where it's like, this is going to be so ironic.
And you got turned out, man. You went to the Blue Oyster, dog.
Okay, well.
What else happened, bro? I'm happy for your seminary, though, because I did actually, truth be told, I did seminary myself for a while, so I know.
Yeah.
I know that walk, man.
But you didn't finish it.
I got pretty close, I would say. Yeah. But I decided that it wasn't for me. That was.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. I've had to do a lot of growing. But
man. I don't want to make this the religion cast, but I feel you. that's all I'm going to say. I feel you, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, keep your religion to yourself.
Keep it out of my anime.
Yeah.
Unless it's like
you need more hentai jokes. Blah, 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 blah.
I will give you 14 hentai jokes right now.
Give me one of them.
So a man walks into a bar one day, tentacle. Boom.
Okay, maybe you need to give me another one.
You know what? We're gonna move on because obviously you haven't watched enough hentai. What else you do this week, man?
I guess I'm gonna watch some hentai.
Watch some hentai tonight, dude. You gotta catch up.
Do some Rule 34.
Man, yes, man. If you don't know what goatse is, you're not on my level, dude.
But okay, I am almost done with rewatching Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I pretty much, I'll break out during work, riding through this world, all over, like a real piece of work. I'll do that at work.
That's what's up, man. Just do it.
Yeah. I finished The Shield. I finished watching that. One of my favorite characters is Dutch. The detective on there, where he's like slowly becoming a serial killer himself.
Nice.
by catching serial killers. I'm almost done with season 2 of The Expanse this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. I really like the sci-fi of it. But I'm I'm doing all this watching, but I'm taking a break from Netflix and Hulu. I put those on hold for 4 months. So that's
save some money, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm downloading Warhammer Vermintide right now.
Dude, I got it. Once I get into my week, I'll go into that mess. But yeah, I feel your pain. I feel you on that. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, so that's my week.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of watching stuff, I just caught up on a lot of TV, dude. Like, I watched the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super, because it was a very, very good episode. It was a power-up episode, but it felt like old Dragon Ball Z, and that's something the series hasn't done for me many times. And it's silly, and it's shonen, and it's the worst kind of shonen, but it scratched that, 14-year-old, watching Dragon Ball itch, and I just was like, oh, this is an awesome episode. Like, one of the first times it felt awesome. And for those, it's pretty much just a Goku versus Jiren episode, because Jiren is so strong. He's the strongest and the most powerful and the buffest. But, yeah, Dragon Ball is cool. Watched the latest episode of The Flash, last night. And it was a pretty damn good episode. It was well written, well acted. It's one of the best episodes they've had in a very long time, because either with The Flash on WB, it's very hit or miss. It's either a goofball episode where it's like real goofy and just silly, or it's overly dramatic and they make bad faux pas, especially with the characters. But the last night's episode, he was a bomb went off and he was stuck in the Speed Force. He had to figure out how to get out. And Grant Gustafson, I follow him on Instagram. He seems like a pretty cool dude. He seems very dark though. Like, he plays Barry Allen, who seems like this very cool, like, chill guy. But on Instagram, he seems kind of emo. I don't know, man.
He makes his character say, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
No,
hello, my WB frog gal."
No, man. He just seems like he has a lot on his mind, man.
Okay.
But he seems chill, though. But, yeah, he acted his ass off in that episode. So, that was dope. Didn't watch really much of any movies this week. Still playing Monster Hunter, still playing Dragon Ball, but I actually downloaded Fortnite today because I speaking to a friend of mine, and in the background I hear her son, and he's like, "Hey man, can you play this game with me?" And I'm like, "Well, which one?"
"No, go away."
No, he's just like, "Can you play Fortnite?" I was like, "It's not my kind of game, bro." He's like, "Oh, it's free." I was like, "You know what, dude? I'll play with you, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out."
Why don't you play Fortnite with me?
Yeah, so I booted that up, and I gotta practice that in the night times before I jump on with him. Because chances are he's been playing it for a minute, and I gotta get on point. So I'm probably gonna be talking about Fortnite a lot in the next upcoming weeks.
Nice.
If it's good, but I hear it's good. So
join the cult.
Man, I'm not a bandwagon dude, man. Like, I wasn't on PUBG. I'm not a Call of Duty dude. I really don't like third-person shooters, man. That's just not my bad. Like,
yeah.
But
there are some issues with Fortnite that we can get into.
Yeah, because I don't know anything. I've seen people stream it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's fun. I get the premise. You fall in, you look for weapons, you build little forts so you don't die immediately. You survive and you win chicken dinner. But how to jump?
PUBG. That's not Fortnite.
Oh shit! They're coming. I can hear them knocking on my door right now.
There's no chicken dinner.
There's no chicken dinner, bastard! Why are you lying?
Yeah.
Mom, give me my Code Red Mountain Dew. This guy just pissed me all the way off. So,
maybe we should do an episode on Fortnite in the future.
You let me know, man. I've been looking for a reason to stream on Twitch. I've just been life has been keeping me from getting all the components I need to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I just
to throw in my 2 cents.
Yeah, tell me. I don't know anything. Tell me all about it.
So Fortnite. there's a lot of things that they will ask you that you can pay $3.99 for.
Of course there is, because it's free.
Yes. And like I did the thing of like, oh, well, I'll just upgrade for like $20 and that will be like my season pass. Yeah. But no, it's like every season you have to rebuy that.
Oh,
that's sort of. But what I've gathered, I have not reopened it since the new season started, but that's the way it read to me. Mm-hmm. Fortnite is a good game to stream, a good game to watch. Yeah. But I don't have I like to listen to music while I'm playing a game. Yeah. And you have to be way too much effort put into
you have to listen to footsteps and shit like that, right? Yeah. You have to be on it.
Yes. And I do not like games that you have the possibility of hiding in a building somewhere and then you can go check your phone while you're playing a game.
Oh, don't get me wrong. The first time I'm playing this game, I'm gonna camp the shit out of it, dude. I'm not gonna. Right. I don't want to just run out there and run gun.
That's what you're supposed to do. Right. To be honest,
you find yourself a cut and you put some headsets on. You hear people coming up the stairs or something. You get ready in Looper. You get that Looper position, so the moment they pop in, you just blow them away.
Yeah.
You set traps and shit. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna play it. And I'm gonna play with him, and hopefully, we can have a cool little weird internet fellowship over that game, and hopefully I'll like it. If I don't like it, I'm gonna drop it. But we'll see. I'm very excited. I booted it up just right now to make sure it turns on, and it automatically turned me into a African American woman. And I was like, can I pick my gender? And it's like, no, you can't pick none of that.
No!
You warp into whatever you warp into and deal with it. It doesn't matter. And it's some weird psycho political racial equivalency thing, which I'm cool with. But I was really confused. I was just the moment you turn on the game, it's money. You can spend money if you want. I'm nah, I'm straight, bro. I just came to see the pictures. I don't want to buy your art, Not yet at least. It took me a couple of games of Overwatch for me to be all right, every single season I have to spend $20 on loot boxes because I want this particular skin for Zarya, or I want this particular skin for Soldier, or I want this particular skin for, Roadhog. That's because I was really into the game. But we'll see. I don't know. Definitely looking forward to that. And if it cuts into my Monster Hunter time, I'm gonna be very upset. Because I need to still farm for my pink Rathalos high rank armor. Damn it. Oh man. That exhausted me.
Let's get to the news, my dude.
Let's get to the news, my dudes.
Spew some news.
Spew some news. I'm like the Dilophosaurus, man. What's the dinosaur that spits stuff at Newman?
Oh.
The Palomimus. No, yeah, I think that's the one. That it's the one for the night. Speaking of nights, man. The right one for the right night, baby. Oh man.
This turned into a Rule 34.
No, man, you over there grabbing your collar, your glasses are fogging up a little bit. That's okay, man.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's how we do. Man, speaking of nights, did you happen to catch the Oscars?
I caught a little bit of it. I caught just the part of Jordan Peele giving his speech. Nice. So I was more people need to give that type of speech. Man. No message, just him thanking everyone and then leaving.
Man, yeah. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my people who helped me make this. I'm out. Deuces.
What about your dad? He does. Never mind. We don't need to get to Jordan Peele's dad.
What about your dad, punk? He all right.
Yeah. He doesn't know him. I don't think.
I don't usually watch the Oscars, and I didn't watch this time around. I just don't care. But a lot of nerd stuff won, man. You know what I'm saying? Nerds and geeks were in full force this year. And that's of all race, creeds, colors, and genders. And it's really awesome, dude, to see Jordan Peele, who's a nerd, man. He's a comedian. He's a geek. He's a horror geek, and a horror movie won best screenplay, right? Mm-hmm. Guillermo del Toro. Can't get much nerdier than Guillermo del Toro. You know what I'm saying? A horror movie won Best Picture. A horror movie won Best Director. You know what I'm saying?
Shape of Water is a horror movie?
Is there a Gill Man in it?
You got something against Gilman?
Is Creature of the Black Lagoon a horror movie?
Yeah.
Then it's a horror movie. There's a monster in it, man.
Okay.
It's just, the genre is just not, that's the cool thing. It's like, that's one thing Guillermo does best, is that the genre is not pigeon-toed to a particular mood. Horror could be funny, horror could be terrifying, horror could be romance, I guess. You know, horror could be drama, you know, and he proved to the world that if you're weird for long enough and you're dedicated for long enough, you too can win an Oscar if you just stick to your guns. Like, this wasn't a sellout movie for him. This was Crimson Peak. This was Hellboy, man. This, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was, The Devil's, Backbone. This was Pan's Labyrinth. There's nothing he did really different. It's just that, and it's kind of inspirational to guys like us where we're running this small podcast and we're trying to do our best. And that if you just keep doing what you're doing, keep doing you, that someone will recognize it. You know what I'm saying? And put you on a pedestal to succeed.
This is a clip from Michael's new
my Oscar from my Oscar speech.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm just saying, it's like, it made me think, man. That's the main reason I wanted to talk about the Oscars, is this guy who always stuck to his guns, you know what I mean? Like, he never compromised. You know what I mean? Like, it's so cool that he finally reached the promised land without compromising his style. You know?
Yeah, like, didn't he do Blade 2?
Yes, that's one of my favorite movies, dude. Blade 2. Where he was like, I want Donnie Yen to be in my movie. And they're like, why? Because Donnie Yen is awesome. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever, it's your movie. Rob Perlman was in that.
Yeah, it was the beginning of him going nuts, Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about Wesley Snipes, dude. That dude's a trip. And if he's listening in some weird alternate nerdiverse, multiverse, what's up, bro?
Still in his Blade uniform.
Nah,
you do not call me Wesley. My name's Blade.
Okay, fun fact. On the set of Blade Trinity, he was so frustrated with the production that on the very last scene of shooting, they were asking him to open his eyes for the last scene, and he refused to open his eyes. And they had to digitally put in at his eyes opening, and it was real stupid because Wesley just wouldn't do it. Yeah. It's documented. It's so dumb. Like, Patton Oswalt did an interview of talking about how crazy that movie, like filming that movie was. It's hilarious, but yeah, man, a lot of crazy stuff happened at the Oscars. A lot of people won that were very, very, very deserving of it. And it's a changing of the guard, man. Old Hollywood is dying, dude. Like, it's still money. Don't get me wrong. It's always going to be money. But that people are learning that representation matters, and not just race and not just gender, but genre. You know what I mean? Like, representation matters, dude. Like, give horror movies a chance. Give science fiction movies a chance.
Like, Meryl Streep didn't win.
Right? Which is weird.
Daniel Day-Lewis did not win. Gary Oldman did.
Yeah, Gary Oldman's
I
dope,
watched
though.
clips. I watched clips of Darkest Hour. I don't understand it. I don't understand his version of Winston Churchill, but we'll move on from that.
I can't, man. But overall, Oscars were a little, from the clips I saw, the Oscars were really inspirational. Pretty much, if you build it, they will come, man. If you build it, they will come. Man. Speaking of building things, they're currently working on Wonder Woman 2, and there's a very interesting actor choice they want for the role of Cheetah, which is Wonder Woman's equivalent to Joker. You know, it's her big bad, and they're thinking of choosing Kristen Wiig, which I think is a very interesting choice. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Are you familiar with Wonder Woman at all? Like, outside of the movie? And
I know Gal Gadot's a wonderful lady.
Gal Gadot's so cool, man. She's like ex Mossad trained and shit.
Yep.
She's super dope. Anyway, Cheetah is pretty much Wonder Woman's main villain, and Kristen Wiig is a comedy actress who started in SNL. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again: comedians make the best dramatic actors for some reason because they're used to emoting.
Okay.
So
when did you say that?
I said that a couple podcasts ago. I said it about Robin Williams and.
Okay. My mind might have just blocked out.
No worries, man.
Say insanity.
It's not, man. Think about it. A lot of really good comedians make really good dramatic actors, like Jim Carrey. You know what I'm saying? Who knew, right? But even though Jim Carrey did Man of the Moon and it destroyed his brain, but that's going too far. But I don't know, man. Kristen Wiig and what I'm hearing is like that's the director's #1 choice. Like she really wants Kristen Wiig to be in the role. And it's like, why? Like, it just seems like a weird mismatch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it has to be like some new young actress to be in the role or nothing, but I don't know. It's something I'll have to see. It's kind of like them saying Heath Ledger as the Joker. You couldn't mentally picture it until it was in your face, you know, and then you're like, oh, that's pretty interesting. So, we'll see. And Cheetah's a pretty interesting villain as well. Even though in the comics, she's like all over the place. Different interpretations of the character all the time. Either she's a brain dead animal or she's like a conniving goddess of the hunt, you know, it's
Goddess of the Hunt.
Goddess of the Hunt, Athena. Best name ever. Best name ever. Speaking of things that are the best things ever, there was the trailer for the Lost in Space revamp that's going on Netflix.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Lost in Space is coming to Netflix. I guess.
Stop bringing this back, people.
I love the Lost in Space remix, the reboot with Gary Oldman. It was weird, dude. He became that weird spider monster that laid Gary Oldman eggs. That's what's up, dude.
Yeah, but it's dumb. Like, why do we need this? You know what I mean? We can just
Because it's an intellectual property, man. These things run out.
Oh, that's why.
After a while. Like, you have to keep producing content, otherwise it becomes public domain. So you just have to keep, every once in a while, pushing out nonsense. And I like Lost in Space. I used to watch it when I was a kid. It was on, like, Nick at Night with, like, Gilligan's Island and shit. But Netflix is becoming, like, the home of... It's almost like the island of misfit toys. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where it's like, we don't trust this to be on HBO or Cinemax or in film, or in theater rather. But so we're just going to dump it off on Netflix and see how it floats. You know what I mean?
Right.
They've done it a couple of times, man, where it's like, what's funny, I wanted to go see Annihilation. And I haven't had a chance to see it, but I'm hearing great things. I'm hearing it bombed. That kind of sucks. But Annihilation is in theaters in the US, but everywhere else, it's straight to Netflix.
That's what I heard.
It's super weird. Like,
yeah.
I guess, like, I don't know. Like, if you don't have faith in your production, you just dump it on Netflix and hopefully you'll get some kind of return on investment from it. I could see that being a pretty good, like, highway exit. If it's like, man, we're opening on the same weekend as Avengers Infinity War. We don't want to go up against that. Let's just take this off ramp onto Netflix. And when people are done watching Infinity War, they'll just come and watch our stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, it sets a nasty precedent.
Right.
Especially things that feel like they weren't Netflix born. You know, like the Cloverfield Effect didn't feel Netflix born. Like Bright did. You know what I mean? Even though Bright wasn't all that great.
All right, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It seems like a bit of a catastrophe to me. But it's Lost in Space, so I'm down. I want to see the robot. I want to see how they do the conniving like medical officer. I forget his name. Hey, be quiet, you cretin. That dude. The pain. That guy.
Like, they can just do another Battlestar Galactica. I would have accepted that more before Lost in Space.
I would accept a new V. Just do V again.
Well, didn't they do that? Like, well, they did Battlestar Galactica too,
right?
But yeah, I'll shut up about that.
I guess I'll shut up. Bring back Mantis. That's what I want, man. Bring back Mantis.
Or bring back Kojak or Night Stalker.
I would love. Shut up. I would super love that if they brought back Kojak the Night Stalker. It had like a weird kind of monster of the week thing going on.
Yeah,
I would super be down for that. That's super dope. From what I
remember, it is supposed to be coming back with like Johnny Depp.
That would be dumb. Don't have Johnny Depp do anything, man. Because it's not going to be. It needs to be a TV show. It needs to be like a Netflix show. Honestly, that would be a perfect Netflix show or Hulu show. You know what I'm saying? Like Kojak the Night Stalker, and have like a character actor be Kojak rather. This will be dope. That's a good ass. That's a good one too.
Yep.
That's a good one too.
I said it.
You're a smart man. You're going to get a Werther's Original at the end of the podcast.
Ooh.
You're going to get a toffee, my good sir. Man. Speaking of things that are not coming back, John Williams is quitting making Star Wars music after episode 9. He said he's done. He's over it. And, good. I mean, the dude's like 90. You know, right. Like let him lay down. You know, let the dude. And it's not like he's saying I'm quitting composing. He's just like I'm over doing Star Wars. Right.
Like, does he need to compose anymore?
No, because it's all remixes of the same thing.
Right. Like you can create a computer app that takes all his music, and then you just spin the wheel, and then that's the cue for when it will come on TV.
Well, you know,
for the film.
It seems like Disney is using a lot of computer apps to make a lot of their stuff, but we'll talk about that in the next talking piece.
Okay.
But John Williams, I went to go see John Williams once at the Hollywood Bowl, and he did all of his greatest hits. He had a choir come out to sing Duel of the Fates, and he did, Binary Sun and Imperial March, and just hearing it live, it's like, this guy's a genius, right? And you forget that he's done like Indiana Jones and E.T. and Jaws, and just like, oh man, this guy is brilliant. He's actually the best composer of all time, right?
Right.
Like him, Alan Silvestri.
I don't know. I like the other guy. I'm thinking.
Name names.
Ennio Morricone.
Oh, Anicio Morricone.
Yeah.
The guy who did The Good, Bad, the Ugly and all the spaghetti westerns.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's godlike too, man. He's legit, dude. Like, he's a different, like, that is a different meal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you want to go, bro?
You want to go, bro? You talking mess about my boy? No, I'm just saying, like, it's a different flavor, but they're both equally as awesome. Like, I'm not going to take anything away from him because he's one of the best composers of all time as well. It's like, I can't front on him. It's just, it affects you differently if you see it live. Like seeing John Williams do his thing and him waving at the audience and having a good time and inviting people to sing. It was amazing. I love seeing stuff like that. I love seeing like live orchestra. I know you hate it, but Kingdom Hearts is coming to LA to do their live orchestra, and I'm going to be there. We've already had this discussion, Winter. We're gonna let's play Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and then 3.
The only way that's going to happen is if you rig up the scene from Clockwork Orange, where they have the guy's eyes like pried open.
I'm going to have your fingers sewed onto the controller and your eyes blazed out, and you will know the beauty of simple and clean. Damn it. Oh, did you also hear, speaking of Star Wars, that they're saying that the poster for Solo, a Star Wars movie, is plagiarized? The poster itself was plagiarized off a fan design. And Disney's
I did not know that.
And Disney's like, well, if it happened, it happened.
We're Disney. The guy was Jewish. It was perfectly fine. Got it.
It didn't count. It didn't count.
Nailed it. I should get an award for that.
Yeah, what kind of award? Jeez Louise. But no, like, funny enough, it's like, a lot of these big companies, they don't even do it in-house. It's just, they'll reach out to like an independent independent artist or independent, graphic designer and say, just make this for us. And a lot of these
dudes totally stole it. Oh my goodness.
And a lot of these dudes are lazy as hell, man. Like, it's just like, remember that Spider-Man Homecoming poster that was god awful? It was like it was super like cluttered. And they were like, yeah, we can't have this anymore. It's those dudes. It's like, it's silly, man. It's silly work, my friend.
Like, I could see the thinking, like, so, what we gonna do for a poster? And then it's like, why don't we make it look like it was from the 70s?
I know. Why does he sound like a New York mob boss?
Because, I don't know. I wanted to try it out.
What's for dinner or what?
Yeah. I have all these legacy of Soul Electric I can't do it anymore. Jeez, it's over.
Yeah, it's dead.
Gone.
We're moving on. Oh man! Speaking of things that died, did you hear what happened with Yakuza 6? Like what happened with like the whole fiasco with that? So
only from you, my dude.
Oh man! So if you're not familiar with the Yakuza series, it's one of the few games Sega still makes. You know, Sega. Yeah. They make Sonic and they make Yakuza games. And Yakuza is kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but for Japan. You know, they have centralized characters, and it's this huge. It's number 6, so it's a huge
I would
franchise.
Play
it. It's dope. If I could play it, I would play it. But what happened is that they had a demo on Steam, right? Like, play the demo, play our demo. Game's coming out soon, and somebody forgot to turn off the limiters on the demo. And the demo was a 30 gig download.
Ooh.
So pretty much, if you downloaded that demo, you got to play the entire game. So people caught wise and just beat the game. And just recorded the game and streamed the game. And people just got it for free. People played and beat Yakuza 6, a game that's not out yet in the States, for free. Off a mess up. And I'm just like, wow, that's super nuts, man. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if like Call of Duty, like if Battlefield V came out and it was a PlayStation Network demo, but you saw like, why is my download like 60 gigs for a demo? And you're like, I'm just going, you know, like I'm just going through this campaign, like it's not stopping. And like, you just beat the whole game for free. It's like, do I tell anyone? And it's like, they later cleaned it up and start bricking people's copies of it. But the damage was done. You know what I mean? It's like, and Sega was just kind of like, I hope you guys enjoyed your extended demo. We're turning it off now. And it's like, hey, bye-bye. Sayonara. You know, and it's just like, geez, that's a colossal mess up. You know what I mean? Colossal F up, dude. Oh, Chihuahua. Speaking of colossal things, I'm going to talk about Soulcalibur. So, I like Soulcalibur because it's one of my favorite fighting games of all time. And Ivy was announced, and she's the best and the strongest. But that's not the news this week. No, I wish. Pamela Isley is in a different game.
Okay.
And that is Injustice 2. But the Ivy in Soulcalibur has a sword that turns into a whip, and she's my favorite character in the series. But that's not the news for this week. There is rumblings that the Witcher 3 character, the Witcher character, Geralt of Rivia, is going to be a actual hidden character in the game, or a guest character.
Cut to the meme of the kid unwrapping an avocado for Christmas. Avocado! Thanks!
You know what? Whatever. I love the Witcher series. I love Witcher 3. And I love Soulcalibur. And Soulcalibur has a history of having really interesting guest characters. And
sure.
If any
they should have kept that. They should have kept Yoda and Darth Vader.
Jeez. Oh, shut up. And they had Star Killer from The Force Unleashed. Remember that? Remember Star Killer? The Mary Sue that brought down a Star Destroyer with the Force by himself.
Oh, okay. I'll back.
Yeah, let's bring him back. Yeah. He'll put asses in seats. But no, man. Bandai Namco is really good at getting other companies to mess with them. Like, they got Akuma from Street Fighter, and they got Geese Howard from SNK to be in the same game. It's super nuts on a Tekken game. Like, what is that? So these guys have connections. So I would not be surprised if Scorpion from Mortal Kombat just showed up in Soul Calibur.
Or Mario.
Or Mario. Right? Like, exactly. That's my whole point. Like, they have weird connections. You know what I mean? Like, they're just friends with everyone. So I wouldn't be surprised if like Donkey Kong was a hidden character, or Ike from Fire Emblem was a secret character. Because with Bamco now, it's just like they can do whatever they want. And if Geralt of Rivia is going to be in the game, and if they get the original voice actor, then I'm all for it. I hate when they have characters in new games, but they don't carry over the voice actor. That's a big pet peeve for me. Bring over the voice actor. Pay the man his money. Oh, man.
All right, I want to read something here.
Do it.
Because I don't have a lot to contribute to Soulcalibur, but I will contribute this. So this is Isabella Ivy Valentine, Japanese.
Let's go.
It's their Japanese thing.
Yes.
Is a character in the Soul series of fighting games.
Yes.
She appears in every game since Soulcalibur.
Yes.
Since her first appearance, she's become one of the most recognizable and iconic characters in the franchise.
Yes.
Mainly due to her snake sword,
yes.
large breasts,
yes.
revealing clothing,
yes.
and silver hair.
Silver hair.
If you scroll down, they have about 5 paragraphs on the Soulcalibur wiki of her being a sex symbol. And the developers admitted in Soulcalibur Broken Destiny that they admitted that they felt they had overdone the size of her breast.
Yes. I don't see a problem here.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to defend the Soul series, and I'm going to defend fighting games in general. Is that fighting games are like that, man. It's weird. Like, everyone.
Wait a minute, that's your first argument?
That's my first argument. Fighting games are like that. And it's weird because Ivy's best costume to me in the entire series is not the one where it's showing all the T and all the A. She has this Soulcalibur 2, like, almost like French, like almost like an Elizabethan armor, where she looks like she's like Napoleon Bonaparte. You know what I'm saying? It's the coolest outfit she's ever had.
Okay, can I say a joke? Well, she is definitely boning apart.
She is boning. You leave my baby alone. We will fight in the streets.
Okay.
But all fighting games, unfortunately, and all games made in a certain time frame, were built on the convention that only horny teenage boys are playing these, so we're going to cater to the lowest common denominator. During this time frame, you got characters like Lara Croft, which was abnormally bodacious. You got fighting game characters like Sonya Blade, who was ridiculous. Mai Shiranui from King of Fighters. Chun-Li never suffered from that, thank goodness. Chun-Li has always been classy. That's why she's the first lady of video games, in my opinion. But I was wondering, like, with this new game, are they going to cater to the social justice warriors and tone her down? You know what I mean? Are they going to give her a less revealing suit? Like, even characters like Katana and Melina from Mortal Kombat have always been very racy, overly busty to silly combat-wise. And they've toned them down, right? But so I was like, I wonder if they're going to do Ivy like that. No. Ivy is just as bodacious and scantily clad as always. And that's my character. So I guess I got to roll with it. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, what do you want from me, man? she's the coolest. That guy driving away is like, yeah, he honked. Honk if you're Ivy is what I wanted a bumper sticker.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, man. That's all right.
That big old engine right
that
next
big
to
old fat engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was like, honk if you're Ivy. That's his bumper sticker. So, yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Is anybody over here bad-mouthing Ivy? But no, man. Read more into that wiki and learn the histories of Ivy, man. Ivy Valentine and her calamity intent.
I only had enough protection for 10 minutes of talking to her.
Then you got to re-up. You got to jump in the shower real quick, freshen up, and go read some more Ivy stuff, bro. You will not... Choosing Ivy in a fighting game, you will not... If you like technical fighting where it's just not A-A-A-B, you have to think about it and plan your attack, she's your girl.
I'm just saying, I'm going back to when I was a kid. I would get games, and then I would they would I mean, my parents were a lot more careful about what games I would play than most parents are nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, for people our age, it's totally fine. Go do your pervert stuff. But
Ivy is not pervert stuff, damn it. Kind of, a little bit.
Well, okay, yeah, that I think we should end it off that. It's like, it's not pervert stuff, kinda. That'll be your fortune cookie for the day.
Yeah, think about that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yes.
Questions. If you want to ask us a question, for the love of everything that is celestial, send it to mastersofthenerdiversecast@gmail.com. That is mastersofthenerdiversecast@gmail.com. You ready to answer some crazy questions?
Let's do it.
Here, we got some easy ones for you. They super easy. First question. Hungry. Yeah, you and me both, brother. What's your favorite off-brand item?
Ooh, off-brand.
Brand X.
I do like this site now that's called Brandless. Have you heard about this?
No, man. Educate me.
It's pretty much like a grocery shopping site where there are no brands on it. It's called Brandless.
I've heard of that. Yeah. I think I've heard of that.
And everything's $3.
Anything.
Anything.
Beef Wellington, $3.
Well, you don't want that beef Wellington if it's $3.
I love that. Yeah, you're totally right.
But you can get, like, if it's like a cereal, instead of going Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, it'll just be Frosted Corn Flakes, $3.
$3. That's what's up.
At your house from the Brandless company.
That's a perfect. Hopefully, we're sponsored by Brandless next episode. Yeah. We'll see. I'll reach out to them. That's a very good answer. My answer, of course, is Mr. Pibb, the unaccredited brother of Dr. Pepper, the rival that did not go to medical school. Mr. Pibb is delicious because it is not as sweet as Dr. Pepper. And Del Taco has Mr. Pibb, and it makes me happy every time I go.
You go to Del Taco?
Yeah, man. Those chicken soft tacos, dude. Really?
You're in LA.
Chicken soft taco. I don't care. Here's the thing. I have an infinite amount.
You trip over a rock and you find out that it was actually a taco stand.
No, here's the thing. It's different feelings, dude. Like, I have a million, like you said, if I stepped out of my room, I would fall into a taco man, right? Yeah. And it's like the most delicious taco you ever have in your life. But every once in a while, you feel like a chicken soft taco from Del Taco. They're like $1.
Okay, I get it. There's like some days where I wake up and you're like, you know what? I don't want to take a shower. I want to go roll in some trash.
Oh my goodness, man. We're going to fight, dude. Here's the thing. It's like okay, I don't want to have to go to a gastro pub every time I want a burger. Sometimes I'm being lazy and I'm just going to go to Rallies, man. I'm just going to stop by In-N-Out. I don't see what the problem is.
That is fine. Those are two like different like fast food joints. Like you can't make them your like comparison to Del Taco.
Yeah, you make it sound like I'm saying like Taco Bell or something.
Yeah.
Even though Taco Bell is legit some nights, man.
You made me knock my mic down.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like there's different tiers of fast food heavenness. And Del Taco, when it comes to chicken soft tacos are so next level that you need to understand. That chicken soft tacos. I had their
fish tacos, and I got sick.
No, you need to have their chicken soft tacos with that weird sauce. I don't know what it is, but it's bomb. Okay.
Next time that I'm in a lower income neighborhood, I will try to go to a Del Taco.
You know what? Kidding. I'm gonna fly you out to LA. And we're gonna have a night. You're gonna have some shitty food. You're gonna love it.
Go to LA.
I'm gonna drive you around.
Gary's restaurant.
Yep, forget that. Screw that noise. We're going to Tomboy's. We're gonna get you some dirty chili cheese fries.
I'm fine with that.
And you're gonna eat those, and you're gonna smile with a big toothy smile.
Because you're paying for it.
I'm paying for all of it. Yeah. Whatever you need, buddy, I got you. Oh man.
You hear it here. All your money from Patreon is going to...
all the Patreon cash is going to dirty chili cheese fries. Yeah. It's worth it. They understand. Our patrons understand. Oh, man. Here's a weird question. Yeah. Would you want to know the exact date and time that you will die?
No.
That's the easy answer, right? Like,
Yeah.
nah. I don't know who would, like, because no matter what preparation you're doing, that's your time, man. You know, like no matter what you do, no matter how healthy you get, no matter how closed off you become, the bell tolls for thee, right? Like, yeah, I'm super straight. Like, I wouldn't want to know either. Like, I don't.
I like. I can't say it. I like it for it to be a gamble.
Yeah, man.
Like, you don't know what's going to happen.
It could happen right now during this podcast. Now.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Nah.
Get the ratings.
Oh, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't matter because the podcast isn't streaming from heaven, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I haven't got cleared yet. I'm still waiting on the approval from the podcast coming from iHeartRadio in heaven. But no, I don't want to know, man. That's super dope. I wouldn't want to know, man. That's too real. It's like, can you imagine if you got the number and it was like a week from now? Or it's like 10 years from now? You're just like, no, it's whack, dude. Like, what happens? You don't know what happens. You just know the date and time.
Yeah.
That's like a Black Mirror episode that I don't want to be a part of. I'm straight.
Oh, but you're a part of it now.
I mean, you can always do the calculations based on like your age, sex, race, eating habits, your life expectancy, you know, things like that. But it's never finite because those things you can change, right? These things you can affect. Not your race or your height or anything like that, but you can make yourself healthier to boost that number. But if it's like this is your date, then what are you going to do? What are you going to do with that information? But stress yourself out. You know what I'm saying? So, no bueno, bro. No bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno, bro. Adios mio, bro. Last question. What are some of your favorite cult classic movies?
You start off.
I'll start it. Because I'm weird and I already have some off the top of my head. Firstly, first thing that comes to mind is Rocky Horror Picture Show. I love me some Rocky Horror. I used to do the whole midnight movie thing. Rocky Horror Picture Show is ultra legit. Also, El Topo. For those who've never seen El Topo, it's a weird old movie about El Topo. Just watch it. I don't know how to further explain it. Pink Flamingos. Yeah, man. It's crazy stuff, man.
John Waters.
You leave John Waters alone. You're not gonna like my next choice because it's all trauma. Anything trauma. I fell in love with trauma when I was like a teenage kid and wanted to watch weird shit. So there's a lot of Tromeo and Juliet. There's a lot of Toxic Avenger, Sergeant Kabuki Man.
I like Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, man. All this stuff is super cool, dude. And it's like, I love it because I like Amazon Prime has a lot of trauma on it. So every once in a while, I'll watch.
Well, it's like for $1 you get like 50 films from
it. It's super crazy, dude. It's super dumb. But yeah, I like a lot of those. I like a lot of the older cult classic movies. Like I don't like movies that are trying to be cult classic. You know what I mean? That are trying to force the formula, and it's just like you can't do it that way. You have to be good but garbage. Like I don't like The Room. Like a lot of people love The Room and The Disaster Artist, all that. It's just not my bag.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. I know everything about it. I did not hit her. I did not.
All right, so that gave me some time to think.
There you go.
I like. So this is a gem of a movie for anyone who's like interested, going through a college phase of questioning everything. There's a famous concert movie out there called "Stop Making Sense" by the Talking Heads.
Okay.
It's like revolutionized how like concert videos would take place. A lot more art direction was going on. Then because of the success of that movie, they then let the lead singer of the band do whatever he wanted for another project.
Wow.
So then he came out with the movie True Stories, which is one of the most bizarre movies I've ever watched.
True Stories, huh?
Yeah, because you have him as one of the main characters, and it's like him narrating about, I live in a Texas town. We create computer parts. Here's what Marsha has to say. And then she's like, shopping! Marsha likes to shop. And then out of nowhere will be John Goodman John Goodman's in the movie, and then Papa Staples from the Staple Seekers is in it as a voodoo witch doctor.
What? Okay, I'm about to check this out. It sounds like my kind of film, dude.
Yeah, it was one of his like final songs that he did or something like that.
That sounds super stupid. I love it. Alrighty, what's the name of that one more time?
True Stories by David Byrne.
True Stories. All right, I'm gonna have to see if I can find that somewhere.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man.
I was able to find it on DVD Netflix. I bet you can get the full thing on YouTube. It's not David Byrne's the type of guy that he wouldn't care about that type of stuff.
Yeah, man.
But anyways, there's I like Night of the Living Dead, the old one.
Yes, sir. Top 10 horror films.
I like Dawn of the Dead, the old one.
Oh yeah. Top 20.
Did not like Day of the Dead, the old one.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bubba.
Bubba Hotep? Yeah, Bubba Hotep.
Was that his full name?
Well, you talking about the one with Bruce Campbell, right? Where he plays, like, Elvis?
No, in the movie, The Day of the Dead.
Oh, Bubba the Zombie. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
The one that's learning.
Yeah, that was super dumb. Yeah, I remember that.
It's like, what are some other stuff that I like? Would you consider Pineapple Express a cult movie?
Yeah, because it didn't blow up the theaters, but it has a cult following. Kind of like how Superbad is kind of considered a cult movie in a weird way.
Yeah,
you know?
I liked it because Pineapple Express broke a record for having the most film being filmed. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Like modern culture, not bad at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think there's some other things I can't remember, but it's
same here. Like there's a ton of them. Like Eraserhead. It's one of my favorite.
Eraserhead's good.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that one that has like the guy's head exploding? Scanners.
Scanners is dope. That's David Cronenberg, baby.
Yep.
Cronenberg. If you don't know, kids, if you've never seen a David Cronenberg movie, you need to watch Scanners. You need to watch Shivers. You need to watch The Fly with Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis. It will change your damn life. Videodrome. Jeez. Cronenberg, man. Too legit to quit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, and pretty much any David Lynch joint that I watch.
He is cult, man. David Lynch. Yeah. Oh, man. I was trying to watch Mulholland Drive the other day, and I just was like, dude, I don't have the energy.
You don't have the time.
You don't have the time, man. Yeah. Watching. What was I watching the other day? I was watching Blue Velvet by the Coen brothers, and I was like,
Whoa. Blue Velvet was in the David Lynch film.
Okay, well, then what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about Blood Simple. I was watching Blood Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always mix those two up. But, that's another good cult movie right there. Blood Simple is legit. And also, Blue Velvet is legit too with Dennis Hopper with that freaking gas mask. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
You should watch. I think I watched a documentary about Dennis Hopper back in the day.
I think that was a weird dude,
something else. Yeah.
He's on Gary Busey mode all the time.
Well, like there was a point in his life where they wouldn't hire him in any movies over here in America because he was too crazy. So what they did was they sent him over to Australia, not telling him that's what was going on. And then these Australians are going like, why did he carry a suitcase, and that suitcase just has a bunch of coke in it?
Like, why did you drop him off on our prison island? Like, why did you leave this man here? We don't want him.
Granted, that was one of the best like Australian cult movie that came out of there, because it's Dennis Hopper playing like a Western guy who is just like the worst human being. So typical Dennis Hopper.
You just reminded me of this weird. Remember, you ever seen Six String Samurai?
No.
It's a weird ass cult movie. It's super weird. It's about this six strings. It's a samurai who uses a guitar except for a katana, and it's super weird. Like, look it up, man. And like, I barely remember it, but it seemed like a weird like European like cult film. It's called Six String Samurai. It's super dumb, but it's super good at the same time. Trying to remember it. It's just making my nose bleed.
Oh, I've seen clips of this.
You know what I'm talking about? It almost looks like Young Frankenstein in a weird way.
Yeah. I think I know the guy who plays the main character.
Yeah.
If I can get to a clip of him.
If I could get to a clip. That full clip. Do you want to mess with this?
Okay, I don't know him. I thought it was that Tom Waits singer guy, if you know what I'm talking about. Did you think it was
Benicio del Toro? I don't know.
All right. That's enough of that.
I got it. What are you looking forward to this week, man?
Sleep. I haven't been getting much sleep due to like cramming Call of Duty in my life.
Yeah, man. Shove it down your gullet.
Yeah, but I've now ascended to where I don't need to play Call of Duty for the next couple of months until they do another event. So I'm fine.
Yeah, man. You capped out, dude.
Yeah. So then, sleep and cleaning house like a responsible adult.
You're such a man, dude. Like, how did you teach me how to
Build
do it?
M-A-N child.
When you're a man.
You know that dog?
Yes, unfortunately. Okay. Yes, I do.
Whoa. What do you mean, unfortunately? You got something against Muddy Waters?
No, man. No one has anything against Muddy Waters, dude. This is one of It's a national treasure, that gentleman.
Yes. A national treasure that has been that spread his treasure around to several women.
Yeah, man. He sold his royal oats. That one.
Yes.
Talk about talk about Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yes. Now, are you going to come out with the story of you were in a bathroom? No, your father was in a bathroom, and he noticed like Muddy Waters in there.
No,
I feel like you have some type of story.
Nah, man. If my dad ever fought Muddy Waters, he would probably lose because Muddy looks like he could fight.
Yeah.
My dad could fight, but Muddy Waters.
He's stoned most of the time. Waters.
he knows like Tai Chi or some shit. Like he just seems like the type. Muddy Waters would do like the 5-finger exploding heart technique on my dad or something. It'd be whack. Yeah. And then he'll float away in a puff of weed smoke. Man. Next week, I guess I'm playing Fortnite. I guess I can look forward to that. I'm gonna play a lot of Fortnite. Looking forward to more Monhun. Leveling that stuff up. Looking forward to Jessica Jones. Season 2 comes out this week on Netflix. So I have to scratch that itch over the weekend. Watch that. And I'll be talking about that on the show next week. And I won't say what day, but my birthday is next week. So I'm looking forward to that.
Very nice.
So
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Yeah.
So I plan to get super drunk all this weekend. So don't look for me unless I find you. Other than that, we'll see how the week goes. I expect a lot of ups and downs, so we'll see. We'll see. Any passing thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
Make sure to eat stuff before you record stuff.
That's a pretty good pro tip. Eat now so that you can party later. Don't buy food at the concession stands in theaters. Just eat a meal before you walk in. At the most, just get you something to drink, man, to tide you over. Don't even get you nothing to drink, because then you have to pee in the middle of the movie and you're out of effect. Eat and drink your meal.
Or always have a bag attached.
Always have some kind of weird catheter full of, like, jelly beans or something. Well, nowadays, like, did you hear, Cinemark is, like, making people, are, like, doing bag checks and shit now. It's like going into, like, a stadium. Like, you can't just have big-ass bags and walk into a Cinemark anymore. They're getting real pissed about it.
Okay.
No, because people are going in there, like, bringing chicken and shit into, like, theaters, and it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, okay.
They make the most money. Theaters make all their money from concessions, so they're like, get out of here with that. But people are going to figure it out. Man, people will tie, like, Sun-Kissed bottles to, like, the sleeves of their arms and shit to get food in. They don't care.
I heard about a guy in Florida trying to sneak puppies out of a dog shop in his pants.
Oh, jeez, that's rough. Poor traumatized puppies.
I'm just saying, use that as a beginning, like, idea builder for sneaking food into
people
theaters.
Will build Tony Stark level Iron Man armors just to sneak food in. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Necessity is the mother of invention, and people will do some wild stuff, man. Oh, man, good business. As always, You can find this podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and now Google Play. And no matter how you listen to us, please leave us a comment. Please leave us a subscribe and leave us a like, because we want to hear from you and we want to grow this podcast.
I'm looking for you to like me.
Please just like me. Just like me. I need the validation. It fuels me and it boosts my ego. I am, of course, your host, Mike G.
And I'm your host, Winter Sturdivant.
And we will always ask you the 4th, the 13th, Leonard Part 6. We will always ask you to take that one step beyond.